Okay, so I played Code Vein 1 and I'm a pretty big fan of it. Mostly for the amount of customization you can do with it, both in combat and just character customization. And I'm excited for the second one. Now, they recently released a demo for the character creation for it. The game itself will come out in a few days. And it got really review bombed, so I decided to check it out and see if the reviews were actually valid. And as I found out, most of the reviews, except the ones that talk about the game performance, were not valid. So we can go over them and see. Now, the banks, the hairstyles, I didn't notice that they were gone. Performance, yes. See, the performance stuff is fine, but customization is fine. So let's just quickly check the ones that were talking about something like censorship or stuff like this one, censorship. Like there was no censorship here. Like the more ridiculous clothing that was in the first game, still in this game. So, but they did add a bunch of new clothing, so it's nice. And in terms of customization itself, you can tweak a lot more now. Like the width of different body parts wasn't in the first game. Like you can really tweak it a lot now. In terms of clothing, you can individually select boots and stuff with each other clothing type. It wasn't in the first game, you just had sets of it and that's it. You get more masks and stuff. And let's remove it actually for a bit. This hairstyle, I was surprised just how much stuff they added. Now these highlights, let's see. You can actually get highlights, not just a gradient down from the hair, but just all the different fancy shapes. Lots of stuff. Curl differently, and then you even get... You can adjust the hair parts individually from the blanks. You don't need to assemble custom hair yourself anymore if you want more customization. The skin colors are pretty much the same as in the first game. You got a full diverse variety of real life colors, and then you got some paler zombie colors. But if your colors are not saturated enough, which is the problem with it, you can just face paint yourself into something more saturated, like I did. So overall, the customization has everything that was in the first game. And the only problem right now is the performance. Overall. Because on lowest graphics, like it's on the midline GPU, it's pretty framey. And it's really weird because there's not that much stuff being rendered. Like this shouldn't lag. This shouldn't get framey as much as it does. Only... I'm sure if they find what they screwed up in the rendering process, they could fix it quite easily. There's probably some sort of a shader or something that they didn't notice. Like, I know that in the engine, like global illumination, you should be able to disable it instead of just having it below. It's usually something with the lighting. Just weird stuff. Overall, in terms of customization, there's a lot more in the first game. the gameplay. In terms of gameplay, there's no gameplay right now. You just run around, and then there's photo mode, where you can pose around. So other than performance being atrocious, not really much for me to complain about. We'll just have to see how they deal with it. If they fix it up, or if it's going to stay in this state forever. Which they will probably fix it up. Just, again, as with any other game, do not pre-order it. Because all the modern games have some problems on launch. Sadly. Well, not all, but most of them. Again, no absolutes. Yeah, that's all. And again, it's nice that they released a demo, so you can actually see the problems for yourself, instead of just dealing with this on launch. Would be much worse if you bought the game, and then you're just like, oh wow, the performance is crap. Yeah, actually, for some reason, the shadows, the shading seems to be horrible right now. Like, last time I launched the game, it wasn't this bad. So, did something break or what? Let's see. Shadow. There. We set it on highest, and then we set it on lowest. Will it also be the same? Yeah. Huh, strange. Yes, there won't be that much of a performance impact if we put it on medium. Yeah. There we go. Now it looks proper. So, for the last few minutes I was running around a horribly shaded hallway. And that could have impacted some stuff. But now it looks half decent. But again, it doesn't look... It doesn't look decent enough for it to lag this much. So yeah, that's it. Other than the performance, not much to say. Again, always test stuff for yourself if you can, because sometimes the reviews are just straight up lying. And it definitely doesn't deserve the current score of it being at 38% on Steam. The demo. Like, I would put it at like 60-70%. Maybe 80%. Because again, some people don't have problems with performance, and I don't have that powerful of a setup. And it's still pretty playable. Not as playable as I would like it to be, but very much so. But yeah, that's it. Adios.